guys, welcome back. It's Draft Master Flash. Hope you guys are all doing well. This is a soggy Sochi, Russia. So this is the latest in my team, and the race was going to start off extremely wet into conditions and then go on to be dry. If I can remember rightly, the race came, the weather changed around lap 10 to 12. And it's the first time getting into Q2 as well. Some of the upgrades came through, unlike last time. It seemed a lot of the upgrades work. Again, I had one failure, which seems to be standard practice, and I did get into Q2. So, happy with that. Doesn't mean that it's going to be a regular appearance in Q2. Not at all. Qualifying is something I need to work on for a very long time anyway, whether it's in this kind of game or even in league racing. My one lap pace seems to be quite poor compared to my actual race pace itself, but a 31.7 in a car that is as bad as this one isn't great. I knew it would be okay at Sochi because of the long straights, and the engine, obviously being a Mercedes engine in F1 2021, was absolutely fantastic. 5 red lights. We are away. We are rocking the new car livery as well. Decided to have a change. Decided to make it a bit more of a Mercedes-esque, as Giovinazzi is... it was Raikkonen, is absolutely smothering me as I do a massive send down the inside, try to get Yuki Tsunoda, but can't. Alonso managed to get past me. Obviously running a dry setup in the wet isn't great, and I massively underfueled the car as well, which was always the intention, because obviously in wet weather you can always gain fuel back very, very easily. The engine is not at the position at the moment to massively gain fuel back, so I'm going to have to do some lift and coast, but I'm quite more than capable of sorting that out and sticking with the pack. But regardless of everything that's going on in the world right now, I really do enjoy racing around Sochi, and it's a really good circuit, as a massive snap. Like I've said in many of the wet weather videos that I've done with setups, etc., it's all about confidence and being as gentle as possible on the throttle. And sometimes, even with my ham hands, I'm not always able to be gentle, and 9 times out of 10 it costs you a lot. But it's against the AI. The AI are not very good around here. I mean, the front runners are, because obviously they've got the best cars. But where I am right now, it's kind of okay. It's not bad at all. The weather is obviously going to get progressively better, even though that we skipped it on to lap 2. Kind of stepped behind Alonso, and obviously without any... DRS, is quite difficult to overtake in the wet anyway, so I'm using the button where I can, and as like I said before, as long as I can keep Lance Stroll right behind me, which he is far down the grid, and as long as that can stay like that, we are all Gucci. We are all Gucci. As I run massively wide right there, that's what happens when you hit the sausage curves. Sausage curves tend to bounce you wide, which is a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. Not only that, I was going to go, like I said, as late as I possibly could. I was kind of like in between waiting for it to get completely dry, but not DRS enabled dry. I wanted to kind of hit the crossover, and I think I timed it to perfection, to be fair, and was always going to go with the medium tyres to the end, regardless of wherever it spat me out. As one thing you don't want to do around Sochi is get on the hard compound of tyres. Not at all. The hard compound around here, you lose so much time, and I don't know whether it's a game you know, a coding issue, or it's just the game. You know, the tire time difference versus the circuit. But whatever happens, if you get on the hard tires around you lose so much time. I think it's like 1.8 a lap, like 2 seconds a lap, and you only need 10 laps, and you're a pit stop behind. So you know, it's unfortunate though that the pack is starting to pull away from me, but I'm confident of gaining that back. You know, throughout the straights and just starting to get drier. I should be able to gain that back. Made a few errors, not hitting the braking point correctly, overshooting. I was more concerned about what was going on behind me rather than what was in front of me, and that shouldn't always be the case. But unfortunately, on this occasion, it was. It was a bit frustrating, or I should say very frustrating, that the AI seemed to pull 2 to 3 tenths just in the last sector, the last 2 turns, and then obviously I gained it back down the straight, and then because of the wet conditions was unable to get full throttle through the banked left-hander, as I just didn't have the grip. Obviously running a dry setup, it's not what you want to do in wet conditions. However, you can't always do anything about it. And not just that, I was always prepared to run a dry setup, because obviously it gets drier later in the race, and that's the mindset you need to have. If it's a wet race, go for a wet setup. If it's a wet / dry race, you need to go for a dry setup. Whatever the race finishes on, that's the setup that you need to go for. And if that means sacrificing qualifying, well then that's what you need to do, because trust me, in the long run you will be a heck of a lot quicker. You will be substantially quicker, and not just that, the weather is so unpredictable in this game. You can never predict what it's actually is going to do. So yeah, it's such a difficult thing to get right, especially with mixed condition races. But as I said, I was always going to go dry setup and just roll it. As you can see, it's lap 7 now, and the grip is starting to come back as the rain has eased off. The sky is starting to get a little bit lighter, and I am going to run at mediums. Mediums will go from the end from this lap, which is nice, which is good. It's good knowledge to have. As you can see, posted a green sector. Okay, I'm only 66 100ths up, but still, that is proof to me that the grip is coming and getting better at a massive snap, which is something I still need to work on. Still need to work on a lot, but it is what it is. And even though it cost me time, like I said, and even though Alonso is 2.4 in front, I'm confident of gaining that back. So yeah, it's just rocking and rolling with it, just rolling with the punches. I know that my car isn't great, and obviously with that snap I had, I'm a tenth, nearly 2 tenths down on my previous lap. But with green sectors, like I said, that green sectors proved to me that the grip is coming, the grip is there, and soon it will be time to think about slicks. And to be fair, I can't wait to get on them, as I know I can make up quite a bit of time. Problem is with the car, if you watch the last race, it showed you what was in development, etc., etc. There is far too much drag on this car. The chassis and the aero side of it is quite bad. The engine, however, though, the engine is absolutely the best. If it was just a race car based around an engine alone, I would have the best car. But obviously it's not. Chassis and aero play a massive factor in obviously an F1 car, and a lot of you obviously already know that. But if you've got a high drag efficient car, it's not going to be very fast in a straight line. And whilst there are more corners in a race circuit than there are straight lines, the straight lines are few and far between compared to corners, and you need the cornering speed, and you need a good aero package, a good chassis package to lap it all up. And unfortunately, I don't have that at the moment. And every time I go for a major upgrade, guess what happens? Exactly, it fails. So just as I was coming in, DRS was enabled, so that is timed to perfection. Alonso, I think he gave up the ghost, if I remember rightly. I think he retired. So, or did he? No, I believe he retired with an engine fault. So, as I said, I timed it to perfection. Came in, got a new set of boots on, and just gonna go with it. Just gonna rock with it, which I'm really, really hoping for this pit stop not to punish me in very many ways. Even coming out of the pits though on the new tyres is a little bit precarious. Just need to really slow down. I got no chance of getting Perez. He's 10 seconds in front. He's gonna be in a different league now. He's gone. But what I can do is get Tsunoda and maybe get some of the racers that were in front of me when they go into the pits. As you can see, a massive struggle there for grip. Managed to find it though and keep the car on track. Vettel behind me. I'm not worried about Vettel. Like I said, Stroll is the one I'm worried about in the Aston Martin. He's my championship rival. Like I said yesterday, it's not jam pancakes. But yeah, I'd say P8, P9 is probably the best I can hope for. But good times will come. Good times will come. I am trying to get all these knocked out before Tuesday, which is when I get the game. Tuesday of next week, which will be the 20th of June. So yeah, probably do a live stream this coming Wednesday, but we'll see what happens. We'll see how we go. Grip is still not 100% there yet at the moment, but it's coming. It really, really is coming. And oh no, Alonso didn't crash out. Alonso was right there. I thought he had crashed out, but I was mistaken. As you can see, Verstappen just did a 38.8 lap time around yours, about a 32, 32.6, 33. But it's coming. Time is coming down. Guys, remember to do all that good stuff, like hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, wherever you are in the world today. Hope you're good, hope you're well, hope you take care, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. Peace.
Again, the safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Russian Grand Prix comes to an end, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. For Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I think for driver of the day, I'd probably pick Lando Norris. He lived up to every inch of his reputation today, and I think he'll be going home, quite rightly, a bit proud of himself.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.